Am I too big? Oh. Solar glass gets closer to covering a building. Another building is going to make more energy than it could ever possibly use. And sneakers that turn into dirt when you're done with them. All on this week's Green Tech Weekly! Hello world, I'm your host ECOGEECO.
And I'm the other one.
We're here to bring you the tech news that'll make the world a better place.
And look awesome while doing it.
I do look pretty awesome, don't I?
That is not what I meant.
Oh. In the first story of the show, we have solar glass. A new company called Oxford Photovoltaics has developed a way to print colorful glass that can generate electricity. The printed layer on the glass is only 3 microns thick and can produce 12% solar energy into power. The team states that they can print almost any basic color, but each color has different efficiencies, with black being the best and green being pretty good, all the way down to blue being the lowest in power generation. The company is aiming to cover whole buildings with this new glass, but they are also looking into retrofits. The printed glass will add around 10% to the building cost, which isn't bad when you think about it for the power savings you're going to get year after year. This new company just got £2 million in funding.
That's just over $3.1 million US.
They hope to add this new printed coating to more things in the future, like car roofs. I wouldn't mind seeing this stuff everywhere. This next story has a building that could benefit from that solar glass. A 2-block section of 1980s office buildings in Sandvika, Norway is being retrofitted with things like high-grade insulation that will cut energy costs by 90%. They say that there's a huge market for retrofits because about 80% of the current buildings being built right now will still be here in the year 2050.
That's a lot more than we thought. And you know, in New York City right now, they're retrofitting the UN headquarters to meet LEED Gold standards.
Wow, shiny. On-site electricity generation will make more power than they need because of all that extra insulation. In our last story, PUMA is going green with a new biodegradable line of clothing and shoes. They call the new line InCycle and include materials that can be broken down by microorganisms into biological nutrients. This is a cradle-to-cradle setup as opposed to the normal cradle-to-grave that other companies have done for so long. This actually has a grading system called the Cradle-to-Cradle Certification Standard.
Like the LEED standard for buildings?
Correct. The new textiles will be made into versions of everything that PUMA makes, from backpacks to jackets and even shoes. After you're done with it, you send it back to PUMA and they will either recycle it or send it to someplace for composting. They also plan on having recycling bins up in stores someday. This is new sportswear is out now.
Let's hope it doesn't start to break down while you're wearing it.
Ooh, that would be very bad. But I don't think it's set up to have that kind of reaction. That's another show. If you want a really awesome shirt, head over to our Zazzle store and help us out. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. After all of that's done, remember to rethink it green.
Rethink it green. I want to see them coat the face of the sun with it.
Can you imagine the efficiency? We're getting 1.21 gigawatts per square inch! Woo!
But the coating burns off in about a
millisecond,
and we need a 93 million mile long cable.
Yeah, the cord keeps getting bumped by Mars, stupid planet. Keeps bumping into it every time it goes around the Earth. And Venus, don't even get me started. Keeps nudging it and it goes down and then the whole Earth goes...
You know, a passing planet passing at 73,000 miles per hour. It causes a problem.
It's like whenever you're vacuuming and the cord's too short and you get tugged and it goes like that. It's just like planet Earth. Venus flies by, snags the cord.
Mars is not inside our solar orbit. It wouldn't bump it.
Venus would.
You said Mars.
I did it first.
The moon would.
I corrected it. No, the moon's up a little bit.
But the moon's going around.
So we put the cord in Australia.
Plug
it into Australia. We got this. We got this all figured out.
No, it has to be one of the poles.
No, because then it'll get all twisted up.
You got to put it on a rotator.
A rotator on the pole.
But if you put it on Australia, it's going to get wrapped around the planet. and reel us in.
Crud! There goes global warming. Screw it. We're gone. Oh, I'm sure we could get power generation from that too.
And that, friends, is why this is not a science show.